What's up, everybody? Stacking Surfer here, your favorite precious metal stacker, back with another awesome video from the beach, you guys. Look at this. That is awesome. You guys got to come down here, do some surfing, go hang out at the beach. I think it's about 74 degrees right now. It feels pretty warm. And anyway, it's fun. We got the lifeguards over here. But today we're going to talk about silver and gold. Okay, we're going to talk about the prices. What's just happened? We've just seen some historical numbers happen in these metals. So let's talk about that. Stacking Surfer. I think I'm your best friend. Balances in your bank instead. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about silver price and gold price right now. All right. So here's the deal. We just saw gold hit $2,721, and I think 88 cents to be exact. And we just saw silver hit $33.78, I believe, if I've got those numbers right. These are substantial numbers for us to be looking at. With gold, it's an all-time high priced in US dollars nominally, which means the number, okay? We've never had gold priced that high in US dollars. Now, if you want to take into account all the inflation we've had, those numbers are going to change a bit, okay? So, and for silver, we have not hit an all-time high nominally. That would put us really close to $50, okay? Both of these numbers should be way higher if we want to account inflation. And so what's good to know about that is I hear people talking to me about, hey, should I buy any more gold, Surfer? It looks like it's already at its all-time high. Maybe it's too high. It's not there. We have not hit the all-time high priced in inflation, okay? We're just looking at nominal numbers right now. You have to keep that in mind, okay? Silver, we're way off. Gold, I don't remember the number, but I believe it's in the $3,200, $3,500 range, somewhere around there. I could be completely wrong. Correct me if you know that number. With silver, I believe it puts us somewhere around 110, 120 bucks. Might be off on that one a little bit too. But anyway, the gist of it is we're not there yet, okay? So when you look at other commodities that you might be able to buy, like say Bitcoin, where we have seen Bitcoin hit its all-time highs ever, and then it's come back down from it, and it's kind of testing that again. We have not done that in the metals. So why is this happening? You may be asking yourself, why now? I've been waiting for silver to do things forever, and what's going to happen on Sunday and on Monday? Are we going to see another big, huge plunge and a whole bunch of shorts come on that are basically going to push the price of the metals down? The answer is I don't know. We're going to have to wait until Sunday and Monday to see that. So if you're watching this after that, you'll know the answer to that. But my guess is they can't keep doing it for much longer. When we look at it, half of all the silver shorts are coming from JP Morgan Chase. And, you know, what's really happening there is some kind of fishy game going on where they're trying to keep the price down so they can acquire it. So something's happening there. I think the next quarter is coming in from Citibank, and then you've got Bank of America in there too. And then there's another fourth bank. I don't have all that details. I'll leave another video description down below that I think you guys should go check out, that will have some more of the charting information for you. I just want to give you the news update and give you some of my opinion. So here's the deal. They can't do it forever. The banks are shorting this, okay? If demand continues to stay strong for the precious metals, which I believe it's going to be, and let's talk silver specifically, there are 400 paper derivative ounces of silver for every 1 real ounce, okay? You guys, that's a massive problem. When the day comes that those 400, or I should say 399 people, well, let's say 400, the 400 people decide they want their silver. 399 of them are not going to get their silver. It doesn't exist. When they realize that, they're going to rush to go buy silver. Maybe not all 399 of them. Some of them may just be investors. But those that are hedging their silver because they use it in industrial uses, they use it for their business, they're going to still need the metal. And so they're going to rush out to go buy it. And that is going to shoot prices way up. Banks are also in a very precarious position right now. The rates have come down just a little bit, half a point from the Fed. It isn't doing much for them. They still have a lot of customers that are having their mortgage-backed securities like office buildings, apartment complexes, shopping centers that are just not doing that well. They're still having them getting refinanced with their rates, and those rates are going to be going up substantially. And I think we've got another year, year and a half of that that's going to be going on. So unless they lower rates back down to zero, these companies that own these buildings are going to be forced to pay a lot more. And if they're having a lot of vacancies, they're going to turn them back into the bank. I recently saw, it looked like it was around $5 billion or so that's just been turned in losses for some of this real estate with the banks. I'll have to see if I can find that data for you guys. If I can, I'll put it down below. Otherwise, the key is to know that it's happening and that we are seeing some issues with it. So the banks, they're not totally stable. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to recommend is when you're dealing with banks and your money, it's a very good idea to make sure that you are within the bounds of the FDIC insurance, okay? Now keep in mind it can take 4 years for them to pay you back if the bank goes down, but you're more likely to get your money if you have FDIC insurance. We do have the issue with banks potentially doing bail-ins, okay? We haven't seen that happen yet in the US, but if it does, I will tell you that everything's going to fall apart from the standpoint of bank runs, okay? So I'm not telling you to take all your cash out of the bank, okay? I'm not telling you to do that. I have businesses, I've got my personal life, I need to operate, and so I need to have cash in my bank to pay things because a lot of it's electronic. So I do need to still have that, but personally, I have not been storing my savings and wealth in fiat dollars in the bank. I've turned to gold and silver to do that. Now, what the FDIC insurance, you should be pretty good there. I can tell you if they do a bail-in and you have money that goes outside of those bounds, which is $250,000, if you have a trust and it's set up the right way, you can have a lot more, a much higher amount there. Depends on how many people are, not trustees, but beneficiaries on it. So talk to your legal advisor on that, as well as your accountant, to make sure it's set up right. For me, I don't want to keep too much in there. So I'm not keeping large amounts of fiat dollars. However, there's times where you may sell a house and you have a huge amount in there. So, you know, I wouldn't be too worried about it, but I would be looking for better places to put it than just leaving it in the bank. You're not going to be earning that much interest on it anyway. And as you can see, we've had silver go up over 5% in one day, and that will basically blow out any kind of CD that you're expecting for the year. Okay, so what are the risks we have in front of us here? Well, if you already own the silver and you're trying to think, you know, do I buy more right now? Is it going to start running? Is it going to go, are we in a silver squeeze? Let me talk to you a little bit about that, and then let's talk about what risks you have, okay? So first off, are we in a silver squeeze right now? Well, if you look at the charts, we're looking at a multi-year, I think up to about 40 years or so of a cup and handle that's coming out. And that will tell us that most likely it's about an 80% probability it's going to break out to the upside. It has done that now. However, silver is the most shorted commodity on the planet today. So this is one of those things where, you know, charts will help us, but they can't tell us everything. Do not use a chart to go, you know, predict your entire financial future here. So this is a time where you've got to see what's going to happen. So first off, we are seeing a breakout. There is no resistance above this from the charts that say silver is going to hit a certain point and pull back. So we don't see that happening right now. You know, what does that mean? All right, this is what it means, guys. We need to watch the price on Sunday. If the price on Sunday comes out, and that would be after 3 o'clock Pacific and 6 o'clock Eastern, if we see the price of silver start jumping and going higher, and we see it continue to go up on Monday, I expect that we're going to see a much higher silver price by this time next week. I think by the end of Friday, when the markets close, we could see silver up in the $35 range, okay? Maybe even higher than that. We could see silver potentially, run all the way up to 40 very quickly, okay? That could be in a couple days, it could be in a couple weeks. On the flip side, if on Sunday we see silver starting to get pushed back down, I really don't see anything that would push silver down below 30. I think there's too much demand for it. So in my opinion, if we do see it get pushed back down on Monday or on Sunday, I think it's going to be a short-lived push down, and it'll be a small correction, and I think we're going to see it go higher. So for me, if you don't have enough silver, meaning you have goals to buy more, now's a good time to kind of consider buying that, in my opinion. Okay, not financial advice, just my opinion of where we're at in the markets. It looks like it could be a good buying time. So you guys need to make those decisions on your own as well. All right, so check this out. I'm at the end of the pier here, and we've got a lot of people fishing. So I'm going to show you this real quick. So growing up, I used to come out here with my grandfather on Saturdays, and we'd go fishing over at this spot. He had a boat. It's really fun. And I'll show you just out here, kind of where the sun is. You're going to be blinded for a second. Is Catalina Island. You cannot see it right now, but it is not that far out there. If you take a fast boat, I think it takes about an hour to get out there. But it's not too far away, and there's Dana Point out that way. And then you can see the beautiful city of San Clemente here. This is the end of the pier here. And over around that ridge is Camp Pendleton Marine Base down there. Okay, so let's talk about what we can do next. Okay, first off, if you've got goals to acquire more silver, chances are it's going up, not down, between now and the end of the year. Okay, so I don't see anything that tells us that the silver is too high and it's going to correct way down. I expect silver to be above 30 based on all the circumstances now when the year closes out. Matter of fact, I will be surprised if silver is below 35 at the end of the year. So for me, what I'm looking at in my portfolio is I'm trying to make some decisions around acquiring more constitutional silver. That's something I've been trying to get after. And I'm hearing that the dimes are really hard to find right now. So I will be looking this week to see if I can find some more dimes at a reasonable price. And if not, and I can find quarters at a reasonable price, I'll probably pull some triggers on those. Of course, I'm kind of waiting to see what happens on Sunday and Monday. Additionally, I'm also looking at potentially grabbing some more Silver Eagles. I know a lot of you love Silver Eagles, and a lot of you think they're way overpriced. Well, if we see silver go up to 40 bucks, the Eagles are going to be a lot more expensive. So I can't tell you guys the future, but what I can tell you is it looks like we're in the very beginning phase of a silver squeeze. Now, what I want to talk to you about that as well. What I want to talk to you about as well with this is I am in no means telling you to go bet the farm on silver right now, okay? Most of you are investing in silver because you believe that it is money, it is a way to save your savings, and that it has a lot of industrial use and it will be in higher demand down the road as well. And so the price of it's going to go up at some point. Also, a lot of us are doing it because it's fairly affordable. It's a lot easier to buy a silver ounce than it is a gold ounce today. So with that in mind, I am going to be watching the markets very closely and trying to make some decisions on acquiring some more silver. It's a hard thing for me to do here right now is acquiring more silver because you know, I set my price limit at $18 face for buying junk silver or constitutional silver. I can't find it anywhere near that price right now. As a matter of fact, you'll probably be lucky to buy silver dimes for under $25 face, okay? If you can find it below that, I think I would grab them. And I can tell you that if I find it down below 20, I'll be grabbing as many as I can get. So that's what I'm looking at. Now, where does this take us? So honestly, I think the banks are going to get into a position where they cannot continue to short as much as they have in the past. And I don't think they're going to be able to keep the silver price down. So I have seen people talk about $60 silver, $70 silver, $90 silver. I don't know where that's going to hit exactly, and I can't tell you the time. What I can tell you is the gold to silver ratio has been really high. We've seen it go up to 90, We've seen it in the 85 range for a good chunk of the last couple of years. And right now, as of this weekend, we've seen it go down to about 80. What I can tell you is I do fully expect to see that ratio start to change quite a bit. So when you start seeing that ratio hitting 70, hitting 60, hitting 50, we're going to see the price of silver go up quite a bit more. There's no indications of gold going back down. Can we have corrections? Yes, it's healthy to have corrections. You know, I had a video that you guys can still see on my channel. It talks about $1,700 gold and $17 silver, I think is what I put. Maybe it was 18. But we could still hit that. If we have an everything crash and we go into a deflationary state, we can have those numbers happen. But they would be going down a lot slower than everything else around us. Now, with that said, I don't see that really happening. If anything, I see more inflation coming. And with that inflation, I think we're going to see prices continuing to go up. So for me, that's kind of what I'm betting on is, you know, prices are going to go up. And I'm looking to convert my fiat over to precious metals as I have that money to convert over. So that's what I'm doing. Well, anyway, I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe and the bell icon, as well as the thumbs up. That wakes up the YouTube algorithm. And we're just about to hit 10,000 subscribers, so we will be doing a fun and rewarding for you guys party. So when that party comes, look out for that. We'll probably be doing it in November, maybe the beginning of December. But we'll have a lot of gold and silver giveaways for that. And a lot of guest appearances from other stackers that you guys know too. So it's going to be a real fun party. We may even do it down at the beach here. So if you guys are local in California, let me know in the comments down below or send me a message at stackingsurfer@gmail.com. And we're looking to do like a really cool after party. And we'll have music and drinks and things like that. So anyway, until next time, keep on stacking. Peace out.